Now, this is a blast from the past, dating back to 2012. Very, very short lived deposit, but it's also known as the imposter deposit because it produced some of the finest quality sapphires in the world that mimic and look identical to the Kashmir sapphire from the Himalayas. Just something about the alluvial soils in this deposit that basically produced these colors, confused the world. So, let me give you the backstory of what actually happened in Diddy. 2012, we had some illegal loggers. Diddy is actually, this deposit is in the middle of a national forest. You're not supposed to mine, but they brought down some trees and voila, in the roots, they found a sapphire and a ruby. They basically took it down to the capital in Tana in Madagascar, and a friend of mine who was Sri Lankan bought it for 20K. He then sold it for 600,000, and then 600,000 went to auction to sell for 2 million. The boom was on. This was like the gold rush in California. It was insane. 10,000 people going straight into the national forest. It was crisis. There was no infrastructure. There was nothing, but everybody was looking for the ability to get one of the rare, to hit the jackpot. It was like the gold rush in California. It was insane back in the day. I remember Dr. Peretti from Swiss Lag coming in by helicopter to do research on these stones. Extremely rare colors. That's what you're looking at here. I was there in the midst of it, and I bought all the sapphires that mimic the finest quality Kashmir blue. So this is actually a Madagascar Diddy sapphire. It is fully certified as a Madagascar sapphire, but the color is that royal cashmere velvet blue. It is epic color. This is the material that sells for 250,000 a carat at auction. This color, exactly. I actually sat down with the French lab and pointed it out. They're commonly mistaken because of the velvet effect within the crystal structure. They're commonly mistaken as cashmere sapphires, and really you got to be very experienced. So I sit down and educate different labs across the world with samples I've got from different deposits, so they can actually identify the origins, because I'm loud and proud about it. I love the fact that this actually comes from Diddy because there is no more. So what happened? 20,000 people coming into this national reserve, chaos, no infrastructure, boom, 7 months in, military comes in, kicks out everybody, right? Because they're not supposed to be there in the first place, but it was insane. So there's been no mining since 2012. Very short-lived. You can read about this online. It was like craziness at the time. This stone, if you want the best crazy cashmere color, this is it. If you want that color that is identical to the cashmere sapphires of the Himalayas that come out of Padar, that come out of India, the ones that date back to the 1800s, this is exactly what they look like. This is a 3.1 carat. Kat knows the rarity of this particular color. She has also put 2.8 carats of deep flawless diamonds. The mount here is 20K, just the mount. That sapphire is whatever you want to sell it for. There's just very few in circulation of this color. I mean, Sri Lankan stones of this color sell for 15 to 20,000 a carat if they can get to this type of saturation, but it doesn't look exactly like the cashmere. This actually does. So if you're a collector and you like to collect the different varieties of sapphire and ruby of the world, this belongs in your collection. The color is blue, the quality is there, looks like a Kashmir 101, actually from the imposter mind of Diddy.